Hello everybody. Let's continue doing our portfolio. In this series, actually, I never expected this to be a series, but well, it is what it is, right? So we have our card already defined, and we saw that we can actually get the card's elements, copy a couple of times, and that one should be there. Not like this, actually. And it's actually this part. Perfect. There you go. So now that we know that we can repeat that, what we need to do is programmatically start putting our projects in there. So I already have my projects open. Basic to do with Bootstrap, to do with Tailwind, the introduction to Vue.js, and the to-do app folder. I will leave those open for now, and I want to work in the element that's going to pretty much iterate through those. So I need to record this in an object inside my JavaScript, and then iterate through those objects in order to make the repetition for the cards. So let's get started. What I'm going to do now, let me just delete those couple of cards that I added. And I will create a new folder. Well, actually new files, data projects.js, and I will create the data folder, my projects file, inside my source directory. And from here, I'm just going to do const projects equal an array. And this array, let's have some basic information. Let's put like name is going to be, the first one is actually basic to do app. And you can have description. Let's add a description. And let's put vanilla, HTML, yes, and CSS to do application. Something really simple. Image. We don't have the image for now, so let's actually use the one that we're using inside the card. So let me open this one. And in project, so image is going to be that one. And we can have some kind of hashtags. And let's do to do, comma, HTML5, comma, CSS, comma, JavaScript. And actually this one needs to be in single quotes. Perfect. So after that, let's create pretty much copy all, paste it again, and let's do to-do app with Bootstrap. To-do application in vanilla JavaScript and Bootstrap, very much. You know what? I'm missing the URL. So what we're doing here, we are recreating our database pretty much. So the basic to do is I have it in this address. You have your own address for your basic to do. I put it like that. And the one for Bootstrap is this one, URL. And this one, let me add a hashtag Bootstrap, and let me remove actually CSS. Perfect. So let me copy this and paste it, and let's do the Tailwind. Then with CSS, Tailwind, and this one's going to be this address. Perfect. Copy and paste. And copy and paste. This is going to be basic inventory app. Basic inventory app in Vue.js. Inventory, Vue.js, JavaScript, Tailwind. That's okay. And let me just copy this one. And the to-do app with Tailwind and Vue.js. A two application in Vue.js and Tailwind CSS. Perfect. And this one, let's change this one to Vue.js, Tailwind, JavaScript, and pretty much that's it. And let's copy this address there. We're going to do the image at the end. So now we have our projects object that is an array of different objects. And then at the end, we just need to export default project. We are going to export that information. And where we are going to actually import it? Well, that's really, really simple. We need to import it in our portfolio. So we go back to portfolio. And here we're going to import project from data projects. Perfect. And it's going to be actually a vdata element. And this actually should be something like this. But as again, because we are using modern JavaScript, when the key and the value are the same, we can summarize it like this. Perfect. So now we have the project that is a dynamic object, and it's pulling up some somewhere. And we have the information actually here. So we can do, we know that we have 5 projects. What we need to do is actually repeat this line to start painting whenever we need actually to have it. So let's, after we have the class added, we're going to do the v4 in order to repeat this element. I will do project in projects. I will assign a singular element of my plural one, so it's going to iterate through each one of those. And what I want to do, I want to do the project, and I want to get the index, so I can get like what's the current object. Why? Because Vue.js requires me to have like a key. So in order to have that key always unique, we need to put it something like this. Perfect, and we save it. And just with that, we should be able to have 5 different projects. Pretty cool, right? We're having the 5 different projects. This is getting repetition. Now we need to send that information to the element. Okay, something that I'm seeing now that I didn't like this space. Probably we can add more. And I believe that's actually this element. So we can do margin bottom 8. Perfect. And we can do a shadow LG. Sorry. No. This one we need to do a shadow. Shadow LG. Perfect. We have that impression that it's on top of everything. Cool. So we have now the project. Now we need to send each one of the projects inside the card. And we're going to do that through our props, the same way that we did it with the hack for the navbar. So what we're going to do is, in every card, we are going to send, we're going to create a project prop, and because we are inside the for, we're going to send the project object. That's it. And now we can go back to the card. And the card we can actually create a vprops. And we call project, and it's type object. And by default, is going to be a function that will return pretty much. And let me copy the first project because I need to specify what is the default value. And the default value is something like this, actually. There you go. But let's put an empty because the default value it should be something like an empty object. Empty array and empty URL. Yeah, pretty much that. So we're pretty much like the skeleton of what is the information that we need to specify. So now here where we have project name, we can actually do send the information from view. The way we do it is in double curly bracket or mustache, whatever you want to call it. We specify our project dot name, and just with that, we have all our names where they're supposed to be. Excellent. So our text, we're going to remove it. Open double curly bracket, and we do project dot description. There you go. All the information that we put in there is actually reflected. The reference, it needs to be dynamic because now instead of doing some static line, this actually need to go to project.url. And because it's not actually a content that's visible, it doesn't require to be in double curly bracket. So if we do that and we click here, it will open the to-do application. If we click the Tailwind, it's open the Tailwind one. So it's doing what it's supposed to. But I like just have my target underscore blank. That way it's open like a new tab without deleting this one. Perfect. Now for the image, let's delete this image for now and it should be empty. This actually should be filled. There you go. And now what we're going to do, the sourcing is going to be project.image, I believe that's how we call it. Yes. And right now we are sending the same image, but it's getting rendered. Now this actually came from my object, so we are doing fine there. Later, at the end, we're going to put pretty much the picture from the application here. One more thing, the hashtag. So I want now we do another for. So remember hashtag is an array. So we can actually do, and let me define how to put this. And I will do with this div. If I copy and paste it, what happened? No. Just the span element. If I copy and paste it, perfect. So the span element is the one that I need to be repeated. So what I'm going to do is before, and it's going to be hashtag in hashtags. Of course, it needs to be indexed too. And we're going to specify the key is going to be my index. Whoa. Hashtags. Oh, I'm missing an H in there. it looks like I don't have any hashtag there. Let me go to let me save it. Let me go to my project. Hashtags in plural. Oh, it's in hashtags. This one was missing an S. That's really weird. Let's actually see what is happening there and why it's not rendering. So let me console, let me run it again. Perfect. Let me load my home and let me refresh it. Go portfolio. And the hashtag is not being populated. So let me remove this just to verify. And the hashtag start appearing. Let me verify my notes, how I have it. Oh yeah, I have it really big. So it's actually no hashtags. It's actually project.hashtag. This is inside here. That was what not working. There you go. But now instead of printing something, we need to print the hashtag itself. So now we have all different hashtags that we declared, what the applications have. Right? Pretty cool. Now we need to do the image. So I have Firefox installed. So one thing that I like about Firefox is actually can enable over here click and take a screenshot. And I can say visible. I'm pretty much saving my application itself. I like it like that. So I just unload it. And that element, what I'm going to do, I will create a new project folder in my assets. I will go to my source, assets, projects folder. And I will copy. You can actually go to the Windows Explorer or Finder Windows. For me, it's a little bit faster doing through here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to my download. I will download that screenshot. That is actually this one. And I will copy it over here. It's going to be called 01.png. So I have it there. Perfect. So what I can do now, in my source, my basic to do, my image actually came from add. Add is in Vue.js, and this just work in Vue.js, mean the source directory. So I'm saying that image is my source directory, asset, project, 01.png. And let's save it. Let's see if this actually works. And it didn't. We need to import some in another way. So there's actually a little hack that I found out. I was thinking that this probably could work. It didn't work. So I will give you this code. Actually, you can copy from the repo. And this one to work only here. So I will go to the top. And what we're going to be doing is, what we're supposed to be doing is something like import 01 from assets projects 01 folder, right? Basic to do, and then we can actually use that one here, basic to do. Something like this should work. And now we have it there, as you can see it. Let me refresh it. But imagine doing, well, let's actually do it like that. So basic to do image. What I'm going to do now is I will paste this 5 times, and it's going to be to do bootstrap, it's going to be to do tagging, it's going to be inventory, and it's going to be view to do. And to our image is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pretty much. And what I need to do is remove this and I put here like to do bootstrap. This one is actually to do tagging. This one is inventory. And the last one is view to do. So for now it's not working because that one doesn't exist, and this is to do T. There you go. Cannot resolve it. We need to save those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download mine the same way. Take a screenshot, say visible, download. So I'm pretty much taking the screenshot and downloading to my download folders. And then I can actually, I'm already here, so I need to copy from downloads a screenshot, the one that I need to copy now is a screenshot to do app with Bootstrap, to do app, that one, and it will call auto.png, and I will copy to do app with Tailwind, that one is 3 png, and then I will copy inventory, show somewhere, pretty much intro, and this one going to be 04 png, and those are png, so I'm saying the same one, and the last one is going to be view to do, where is to do app in view, and this one is 05.png. So I have those already there, and those are the orders that I need. Let me verify. Yes, 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 and yes. So I can actually go here, and we have all those screenshots already there. So we have our portfolio. Go into portfolio area, and we can actually open all the applications and having the screenshot where they're supposed to be. Excellent. And this concludes pretty much everything. I noticed something, that my to-do app with Bootstrap, I have a typo on the name, so I will fix that actually in the next video. So in the next video, what I'm going to do is I will deploy this application in the server, and after that we are going to modify, like extra video, this little command there. So that's it. I believe we have everything that I needed. So the next time, for the next projects, what we're going to be doing, we're going to continue add those here. How we add those is going to be really simple. Now that we have the project folder, we just need to add a new element at the end, and the image of this project where it's supposed to be. And that's it. So I hope that you like it. Let me deploy. Portfolio, finish it. And this is everything for this video. And that's one, as I mentioned before, we will deploy the application. Happy coding, everybody.